Bread. We're making it. Welcome to Will's Kitchen. People like to pretend like bread and baking in general is a difficult thing to do. They call it a science. But baking's an art, baby. I'm gonna show you how to make bread, and I'm gonna show you how to do it without measuring a goddamn thing. You just gotta feel it. Quick little list of what you'll need. A bowl, flour, dry yeast, little bit of sugar, little bit of salt. And how could I forget? Water. Cooking in general is something that you're historically told you need a recipe for. I disagree. My special skill is that if you show me a photo of any food without a recipe, I can make that food. Now, it might not taste like that food is meant to taste, or be what that food is meant to be, but it will look like that food. Also, you're gonna need a spoon, I forgot to mention that. All right, we're gonna start off with our flour. Now, obviously, the more flour you put in, the more bread you're gonna have. So if you want a lot of bread, use a lot of flour. Again, I'm measuring nothing because you don't need to. We just want a little bit of sugar, just a pinch, just a little, yeah, that'll do it. Now, you might have seen some clumps in that sugar. It doesn't matter, trust me. All right, we get out our salt, pour that in. You want more salt than sugar, or you don't. Bit of yeast, pour it right in. Yep, that's probably a good amount. Now get your water and add it bit by bit. In between, give it a mix, see how it's coming together. Now this is the part that's gonna take just feel. You just wanna feel this part out. So you can see this, too dry a mixture. So I'm just gonna dunk, bit more water. Now that's coming together nicely. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's starting to look better. Still a little dry though, tad more water. That's it, that's about a cup of water. Just not a measuring cup, just like a drinking cup. Now at this point, I will note that I am making raisin bread. But you can follow this exact recipe and just not add in raisins later on and you'll be fine. You'll note I'm not adding the raisins in right now, and that is because I haven't gone to the store and got any yet. You can also add in other stuff if you want right now, like butter or oil maybe, whatever you think is gonna make your bread how you want it. You can even put in an egg if you're feeling crazy. Now traditional bread people will tell you not to do that, but again, traditional bread people are fogies who don't know anything about bread. What I'm doing now is I'm just gonna wet my hands, and now that it's mostly incorporated. Now that it's mostly incorporated with the spoon, I'm just gonna give it a knead with my hand, see if I can get it just into a slightly more cohesive little ball. Again, this is all based on feel. You don't need fancy measurements, you're not a doctor, you're an artist. Now, this bread that I'm making actually isn't for me. I'm making it as a gift for a friend of mine. I'm always looking for ways to expand my vocabulary, to say I love you in different ways. Making bread is just another way of doing just that. Just gonna push it together one more time, one final little knead, and then put it back in your bowl. Now, one of the things about making bread that personally I love is that you have time to do things in between. Because what we're gonna do right now is cover this up with some cling film. Now I'm just gonna leave this here to rise, and hopefully none of my housemates come home. All right, this dough's been resting for an hour. I have not looked at it. Has it risen? Slightly. That is, it's better than before. It's better than before. Look, that's all right. We're not gonna be mad about this. All we're gonna do now, sort of just stretch it and have it fall over itself. I can't imagine this is the technical way to do it, but just give it a wiggle, plop it, and fold it. Spank it if you like. Honestly, do whatever to it. We're just giving it a bit of a mix around. Why? Because I saw Bon Appetit do it in like 2016. Remember Bon Appetit? R.I.P. We're gonna put it back in the bowl, cover it back up, and let it rest one more time. I'm gonna head off to the store now and get some raisins and dried fruit because the person I'm making this for specially requested raisin bread. I don't know why, personally I think it's the worst kind of bread. It's
vegetable bread. It's like vegetable bread. Why would I want vegetable bread?
Anyway, I'm gonna go grab that, and then when I get back, I'm gonna put that in, and then we'll proof it, and then don't even worry about it. When I get back, some more shit's gonna happen. All right, final rise is done, and it is risen enough. Would have probably liked a little bit more of a rise, but you know what? That'll do. I've got dried fruit here. I've given them a rinse. Just felt like the right thing to do. And I'm gonna incorporate them into the dough now. You can't really see my table, so I'm just gonna make this a little bit. There we go, now you can see what's going on here. We're gonna flour our surface. Spread that out like this. All right, scoop out our dough. I've never made fruit bread before, or raisin bread, whatever you wanna call it. So not entirely sure how this is gonna go or what I'm meant to do, but I'm just gonna stretch this out into a sheet. And then I'm just gonna get cinnamon, our dried fruits, and we are just gonna put them on like this. And you know what, I'm gonna roll it like this. Cinnamon, 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 cinnamon. Fruit, 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 fruit. Don't stress about how it looks. It's more about how it feels, emotionally. Now I'm just squeezing it. I'm not even sure why, I'm squeezing it. What's happening? What's happening? The fruit's throwing me off. I might just stop playing with it. Proofing the dough, you're just gonna put a tea towel in a bowl, put some flour on that tea towel, then put your dough inside. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more cinnamon on top now, just for fun and pizzazz, but look, we've got that. Now you're gonna leave that just to rest. That's just gonna rest, it's gonna do its thing. It might rise a little more, hopefully it rises a little more. While that's happening, sorry, just cleaning up as I go. While that's happening, you're gonna preheat your oven. While your oven preheats, you're also gonna preheat your pot thing. You need a pot thing. Preheat that. Now, while I'm cleaning up, just let me say that at times during this process, you might get a little stressed, you might get a little lost. But remember, you're not doing this for you, you're doing it for the people you love. And the people you love, they don't really care how it turns out. They are just gonna be absolutely touched that you even thought of them. And if they're not touched, then f them. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Okay, so I forgot to wear my microphone for this next bit. But I basically just put the pot out of the oven, took the dough out of the bowl, put the dough in the pot, and put the pot back in the oven. And now we're just gonna leave it to cook until it's done. And I have no idea how long that will be. What we're gonna do now is take the pot out and take the lid off the pot and then put it back in the oven. Ooh, yeah! That looks good, you have to be honest. No recipe, no need. Right, what we're doing now is we're gonna bung that back in the oven for another 10, 20 minutes. And then bada boom, bada bing, we got bread. All right, leave that in there for a little bit longer. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling like this bread's gonna be mine. But it's not. Remember, we're making bread for other people because we're lovely people. All right, let's get this bad boy out. Woo! Oh, I mean, look, that's, wow. This could be the best bread I've ever made. Look at that. I'm feeling good right now, I'm feeling good. That's goddamn bread. And because it is a gift, we present it accordingly. Life's great. You know, life's good. Life's a lot of fun.